So my eyes and loud silence match my cries. There's a storm coming.
A lethal conception, mass incarceration capitalizing on the souls of us.
It used to be a time that I would kill for just one meal. Now I would kill for just one meal.
Sneaker fiends dream of the beers, diamonds, mindless, materialistic mindsets.
You ain't gonna have to pop them pills no more. We gonna get your kids back, Coco, I promise. I promise.
Esoteric rhetoric, open minds get feeling, closed minds starving, die from the lack of knowledge.
These souls will take dick, but they can't take the truth. You better swallow your pride when you choke on your issues.
No difference, this strange fruit hanging near to rot with sinister plots to depopulate the gods.
And if I'm winning, I quit it when I remove my feeling. If I got it, I get it, cause I'm in it, committed, I get a positive picture from all you negative bitches until I come out clear. Just like a digital picture, I'm turning verses to scriptures, I'm turning knives into scriptures like I can't tell the difference. When I was working, you was resting, that's why it's more than a blessing, it's predestined.
Living the mess, co-suppressing, depressed cause of the system's test. Hearing mad shots from Glocks.
We're live here at the Schomburg Museum and Library here in New York City. We're here for the Black Pride celebration. That's what we're here doing today, for the Black Pride celebration and award ceremony at the legendary, iconic Schomburg Library and Museum in Harlem.
Yeah. Good girl on the concrete. Tell them niggas don't play. Instead of ghetto ass hood guy. Thank God for the white man. It's just some niggas I don't talk to. But they got a face cause they backstabbing. 100,000 in the bigger place. Out of Miami, yeah, outlandish. I am not non-violent. My pain gon' cause damage. We niggas don't exist up in my world. Gotta crap in my world, I'm a good farmer. Being a good nigga never really serves well. Look at what they did to our own farmer. We ain't our bulls with white pad and they tried to divide us. We had it. They want straight up, no, I'm sorry. That's why we will follow. Put on you up. They got guns on you up. Put on you up. Got guns on you up. Make some noise if you feel some pride in your life. Thank you. Y'all feel it, man. Trying to drop some knowledge on y'all. We're about to turn up in a minute. New York, make some noise. Come on. Yeah. It's such a beautiful day. It's such a beautiful time to be black. It's such a beautiful time to be human right now. I'm just feeling the vibes from everybody. So fuck the road you came with, put me like a famous. Call that and just so he can If I'm riding around with a side.
Anybody's out of work or scared of losing their job?
All right.
The dog.
We ready for world domination out here? Who's ready for world domination? Make some noise. World domination, world.
They're crazy. It's like
Money motivation, check. World domination, world. Money motivation, check. World domination, check. Money motivation, check. World domination, check. Money motivation, world domination, world domination, money motivation, world domination. No answer for freedom, steady falling like you ordered. Got this bonus, every bullet from my to your freedom. Let the money flow, learning that time to stop. Born in my soul, that's all we're gonna do. Sign a special, you can break your nose on the wall. And I take the fuck up to the push and roll my vision. Deep down, I got it so critical. Something takes to the back. A party is a much bigger. Man, the sight free, sight broke, nigga. Why the fuck you over here that keep me safe? Just every time I walk up in this bitch, it's like a movie. Every time I walk up in this bitch, it's like a movie. Every time I walk up in this bitch, it's like a movie. Every time I walk up in this bitch, it's like a movie. I go by the name of Kamala, y'all. Make some noise. Yes, black is beautiful. I can't hear you. Black is beautiful. How you doing? Happy Black Pride, everybody. Make some noise out there. Because from where I stand, I see beautiful. I see beautiful. Black is beautiful. That's the theme today. Did you all have a chance to look at the programs and understand what we're celebrating? It's the 19th anniversary of New York City Black Pride. Please make some noise for that. 19 years, that's a statement for us to be able to say, we are here, we're still here. Am I right?
I love you, Uncle Lee.
I love you too, baby. So I want to definitely take a minute today. First of all, I thank you all for coming out tonight and filling up this theater. This is so important for us to come here and to celebrate us. Am I right? You understand? We can't wait for other people to do that for us. It's for us to do that today for ourselves.
it's also important for us to keep track and to monitor and to make sure that we understand that we pass on to the next generation our legacy. There's so many things that we have to feel proud about. And it's so important for me to make sure that Black Pride is a statement. It's not a statement about a party. It's not a statement about a circuit party, about going to the club. That's fabulous, because as you can see, you know I've done that. I ain't gonna even lie to you, honey. I probably might hit the club tonight, and it's gonna be me and Freedom tonight. We're gonna be jumping and doing our thing. But in the reality is, we've contributed to the fabric of life here in the United States. And too many times we are overlooked about our own contributions. So Black Pride is not about going to a party, it's about us saying we are here and we are a major part of society. Can you all understand where I'm coming from? So, I would be remiss if I didn't say I have to first thank my committee, my team, for helping me to make this happen. 5 days, 12 events. I'm gonna pass out next week and you'll probably be in my obituary because there's a lot going on. But there's so many people that are behind the scenes that help me to make it happen, and I really want to first start off by saying to them, I thank them very much, and I want you all to know that it is a lot of people that helped to put this together. So please give them a round of applause. I also want to take this moment to bring up a few of the major sponsors that also really help to contribute the money, because it costs a lot of money to put on these fabulous events and to make sure that these events are all free, that they are completely accessible to every single person in our community can get to an event and celebrate Black Pride. It's not got to cost you an arm and a leg and a baby just to come out and enjoy who you are. So first I'd like to say that for the last couple of years, we've had GMAC as being our major presenting sponsor. And so I would like to take the opportunity to invite Kelsey to please come to the stage up here for a moment, please. Everyone, Kelsey Louie.
You're welcome. So Lee, that's what I was gonna wear tonight.
And I knew that, so I want you to know. Give me a moment. We're gonna have a hooper and best. You wanna try on that?
Okay, you know a losing battle when you see one. So good evening. My name is Kelsey Louie, and I'm the proud CEO of Gay Men's Health Crisis. And we're so happy to be the presenting sponsor of the New York City Black Pride events. Lee, thank you for your strong leadership, and to the New York City Black Pride Planning Committee for making this evening possible. And to all of tonight's honorees, a heartfelt congratulations. It's important that we never underestimate the strength and resiliency of LGBT people of color. Often, when people of color, particularly transgender people of color, are under siege, it has been the LGBT communities of color who have stepped up to fight back. We must all continue to work together to end the unforgivable...
Excuse me. Hello, everyone. Hello. Thanks so much for coming out. I am Shigeisha Diamond. I came out to wish Lala, don't put your hands on me, Lala Zanelle, congratulations on her award. Unfortunately, they're not able to sit trans women of color because, again, this is a Black Pride event. So, pretty much I'm about to take my ass home. Thanks, everybody, for coming out. Mwah.
Go ahead, Kelsey, I'm sorry.
There's a seat right here, you can have mine.
I'm sorry, Kelsey.
No, it's okay.
First of all, I'm going to say this, and I say this all the time, that I don't tolerate disrespect for anybody. And I love my trans brothers and sisters. I go out of my way to make sure that they have equal. I apologize if there's a lack of seating, that we had an overwhelming number of people that came, but we will make sure you have a seat. Where's Lala? Where's Lala? All right. Okay, she's fine? All right. Thank you.
So, I guess you know you made it when your speech is interrupted, right?
Did y'all get how she just went over there and took over the mic over here, baby? Because I just cringed, baby. But what happened was, this is what happened here. So we're all in this row. She was in my row. This little AG that's here is keep trying to get us to get up out these seats and sit other people here in these seats. And so that's why she went up and she bombarded the stage the way she bombarded the stage, honey, okay? That's the real tea on why she got up. Because they keep trying to get me and my girlfriend right here and her with all of this row, and they keep trying to get us to get up out this row and sit and have other people sit in our seat. And we was directed to sit here. But they were trying to get them to get up. Ain't a bitch come to me.
All right. I'd also like to give a moment to GMAD, who every single year, GMAD has been the sponsor since we've been doing our amazing opening show here at the Schomburg. So I'd like to give Vaughn Taylor an opportunity to come up here and address you all. So
That's my husband! That's my husband! That's number 2.
Wow. Hey, how are you guys doing?
I love you, husband, number 2.
Right. This gets more and more overwhelming every year. I say the kind of the same thing. I speak a lot of languages, but I never have the words to kind of put into essence what an honor it is to stand here before you and how amazing it is that each year we get stronger, we get fuller. Next year I want this to be in a bigger venue with more of us. I want to connect with the preceding speaker, with Kelsey, and kind of take a little moment to give us some of our history. So I want us to go to church for a second. I want you to turn to the person on your right and say, all Black Lives Matter. All Lives Matter. When you turn to the person on your left and say, all Black Lives Matter.
All lives matter.
I want you to face your head toward the sky and say, all Black Lives Matter.
All lives matter. Lives. All lives.
Now I want you to take a little language lesson from me. In the language that combines the continent of Africa, where we are all from, the word Falme means king. So all those who identify as male say Falme. We would not be nothing without the women that stand next to us. So the word that defines femininity and female is Malkia. All who identify as female say Malkia.
Malkia.
When we greet each other from this day to Malkia, it is together that we will pass the idea of rooting great ancestors for those who follow from us. It is from this point on that we will make sure that the word back there don't just stand for a slogan once a week, but it will stand for together, responsible, informed, Black, and empowered, because that's what this moment means. GMAD supports this because every agency is nothing without the people behind it. I stand in front of you as the proud leader of GMAD, the oldest Black voice in this idea for us to change the way we do things, to live my voice and my contribution to you. Although they call me a leader, I'm really a better follower because I understand clearly through the trials and tribulations of our communities that when a king loses his direction, he becomes a servant. My job is to never regain my crown because my goal is to serve you as we become Malkia Mafiu. Thank you for showing up.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I also would like to bring up to the stage, and it's one of the major contributors to what we do here for Black Pride. I know you all have seen the HIV Stops With Me campaign. Yes? You've seen it on the bus stops, you've seen the videos, you've seen everything. I would like to bring to the stage the person who coordinates that. May I please have Sheldon D'Souza come up, please. Hey Sheldon, I'm trying to look like you when I grow up.
Well, happy Black Pride, everybody. Oh, wow. There's a lot of people in here. First, I want to say, you know, I wish somebody would come up and try to interrupt me right now. Okay, I am not as nearly as refined as Kelsey is, so. And we do have trans men and trans women in the HIV Stops With Me. So you know. Okay. That said, the HIV Stops With Me campaign is all about ending the stigma and the shame around being HIV positive. Yes, we're 30-something years into the epidemic, and for some people this is still 1985, where they're afraid to get tested, afraid to know their status, and you know, it's ridiculous. And the goal of the HIV Stops With Me campaign is to make that a thing of the past. You know, I'm going to jump to the end of the story because we all have to remember, in the words of my good friend Phil Wilson, that one of these days this epidemic is going to be over with. There's going to be a cure and it's going to be done. And just like, you know, the other day I had on this t-shirt with, it was the symbol of, you guys remember the 45s back in the day? Remember the plastic thing you used to put in them? Okay? And I had this symbol on the t-shirt. Now, any of us, if I wouldn't, many of us would know what it was. But my little 22-year-old sister looked at it and she was like, Sheldon, what's that? You know what? She had no clue what it was. And I had to explain to her, well, back when dinosaurs roamed the earth, we had these things called records that were on a record player, and explain it to her. You guys just like absorb this 1 second, that one of these days, HIV is going to be looked at the same way. This whole epidemic is going to be the same thing. And when someone comes to you and asks, you know, dad, uncle, granddad, while this epidemic was going on and, you know, these people were stigmatized and shamed, and what were you doing? Where were you? You know, so here we are in 2016, and, you know, I'm talking about HIV, and I mean, and I know there are people, this is Harlem, this is New York, y'all, come on. There are people in this room who are living with HIV and dealing with that today, and I want to applaud all those people myself right now. So of course, it's a personal choice whether you choose to reveal, disclose, whatever, at whatever point you choose. But I know that right now, if I ask about being HIV positive, there are at least 3 people who better stand and introduce themselves.
My name is Charles. I'm HIV positive for 19 years.
Okay. This is HIV Stops With Me spokesmodel. John Love, another spokesmodel. Vivian, experience. Robin's just a badass. I didn't know her before then, so thank you. Spokesman, yes.
John Martin Green, 1992.
2004, Ron. Okay. All right, y'all. Well, you guys impressed me. I really wasn't expecting that. I'm sorry.
I'm being honest again, and I've been HIV positive
Okay, see, was that everybody? Well, you all thoroughly impressed me, and I stand humbled by you all standing in your truth like that. And that's what the HIV Starts With Me campaign is. That's why I'm proud to support this event. That's why I'm proud to have you all here. So I'm going to ask that you all please visit HIVstopswithme.org. There's a contact us button there. So we have something like 27 spokesmodels from across the state of New York. And this year I'm looking for some new spokesmodels, okay? And if you're someone who is prepared to have your face on a bus, billboard, train system, you know, send me an email and let's see what we can do. But in the meantime, everybody, in whatever way you can, let's end the stigma and shame around. Shame has never cured anything. Stigma has never ended any epidemic. Let's make that a thing of the past, okay? So that you have something to say when that young person comes to you and asks, what were you doing when this fire was going on in our community? Thank you.
Yes, yes. All right, all right. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So are y'all ready? I want to see some energy in here tonight. Are y'all ready? All right. I'm going to bring out, I have two amazing co-hosts with me tonight. I'm going to bring them out. First, I'd love to bring out the lovely Camille Thomas. We call her Cams. She runs Let's Play Radio, and she's an advocate for queer women of color.
Hi, everyone.
Okay. She walked out here with that dress looking like that. Y'all need to make some noise. Yeah. Give a little runway, honey. Yeah. Ow. Yes. So, my next co-host, definitely you all should know, is the man with charisma. Is the voice that you so much you see and you hear in ballroom. Ladies, give it up for Mr. Jack Mizrahi.
Hello, everybody. Come on, Harlem, I can't hear you. I've worked for 25 years for more than that.
Jack, I have to say that color looks amazing on you.
Right.
Thank you so much.
Because black is beautiful.
Because black is beautiful, that's right. So we're going to start off right now. We're going to start giving out the awards. So actually, let me start with this first section right here. So we're going to start with the 2016 Heritage Vanguard Award. And that's going to CK Life. Yes. Kim Watson and Mr. Chris are the co-founders of CK Life. This organization assists affirmed men and women with necessary life skills, medical service, counseling, and access to resources needed to improve their quality of life. They also provide a safe, secure space to meet and learn about life inside and outside of transition, including fundraising to help many affirmed people with paying for transition-related procedures. Both Kim and Chris are committed to the advancement of the Black trans community with an extra focus on addressing intersectional ties of sexism, racism, and transphobia. They are also members of the Bronx Trans Collective, and let's make some noise for the Bronx Trans Collective. That's right. Which is the first transgender-specific center in New York City focused on meeting the needs of trans and gender non-conforming individuals in the Bronx. That's absolutely make some noise for that. For many years of service and contributions to the trans community of color, we are honored to salute you and present your award. Please, Kim and Chris, please come up here and get your award.
Come on, people, give them a round of applause.
I'm going to ask you to all stand up and acknowledge everybody tonight. We're going to love and pay respect to each one of everybody tonight, each one of these honorees.
Y'all could do better than that. Y'all better stand up. I know y'all could do better than that.
I just want to say thank you to Black Pride. I'm part of the planning committee also. I want to say thank you to Lee Soldier. Lee Soldier have opened up doors. Black Pride was years ago, and y'all know, out in Brooklyn, and nobody representing the transgender community. I want y'all to give it up for Lee from the transgender community. If you don't know, you will know. Things does happen. If you're not known, that's okay. But we're not going to disrespect Lee Soldier. That's my brother, that's my friend, and I love him because he have opened up doors. Know your history, darlings. Stop throwing shade. Take the petty away. Stop it. Let it go. Let it go, y'all. And I am Kim Watson, and there's nothing you can do about it. Stop disrespecting me.
I know that's right, Ms. Watson. Let them know, and you can't teach that.
I also want to say thank you to everyone who continues to support our work. A lot of people don't know about CK Life or the resources we provide to the trans community. So please visit our website, www.cklife.org. Thank you.
Thank you again. All right. So our next award is going to the young man. It's the 2016 Heritage Icon Award, and that's going to Mr. Jussie Smollett. Now, Jussie could not be here because, as you guys know, he's filming. He's filming Empire. He's already on set filming Empire, and so unfortunately, he's filming that in Chicago. So unfortunately, he's doing the work so he can be out there for you. But we all know why Jussie is getting this honor, but I will read it anyway. But Jussie has been acting for over 25 years now, from national TV commercials to television to film roles. He has appeared in The Mighty Ducks from 1992. And it's amazing I want to say that because so many people think that he's just new and he just started. No, Jussie's been doing this for a very, very long time. He also was in the Rob Reiner's film called North in 1994. He was in The Skinny, as you guys know, which is Patrick Ian's film. He also has had several TV roles. Jussie has received rave reviews for his portrayal as an openly gay musician, Jamel Lyon, in the Fox music industry primetime television drama Empire. As a singer, he also has received 3 NAACP awards for his music. Yes, give it up for that. And that's important because a lot of times out music artists are not recognized and they're not awarded. And so Jussie's been opening doors for a new generation of out music artists and actors. So we're definitely proud to salute him, and I'm going to hold on to his award for his next trip when he gets back here to New York. All right? All right. Our third award is for the Honorable W. Frank Perry III. It's our Heritage Pioneer Award. I'm sorry here. All right. So answering the call to serve the needs of children and families, Frank returned to law as a principal court attorney for the Manhattan Civil Court, and in 2011 was elected as a judge of the Civil Court of the State of New York, where he presided over custody, visitation, and family offenses cases. On December 26, 2015, Frank was appointed as an acting Supreme Court Justice of the State of New York. Throughout his career, Judge Perry has been committed to serving his community. He has been appointed and elected to leadership positions on numerous boards, including the New York City Youth Board, numerous community boards, and his own neighborhood association. Frank's ties to Africa include being an ardent supporter of OXFAM and helping African immigrants in Harlem build sustainable businesses. He is a member of the NAACP, 100 Black Men, the Metropolitan Black Bar Association, the Foundation for Judicial Friends, and the Go Africa Network. Judge Perry is also Vice Chairman of the National Board of Mothers' Voices, the country's first national organization dedicated to fostering education and awareness of the HIV/AIDS epidemic. For his extraordinary community service, Frank Perry has received many honors from borough presidents, state senators, and U.S. congressmen. After he helped start an adopted school program for 5 New York City high schools, the local newspaper named Frank an honorary mayor of New York City. Ladies and gentlemen, can I ask you to please stand for the Honorable Judge Frank Perry. And I have to say one thing, so when you was made judge, I saw the video and I saw you sing. I'm just saying.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you. Thank you so much for honoring a little black gay boy from Brooklyn, New York. When I heard that I was going to receive a Pioneer Award, I began to think about covered wagons traversing the United States. And even though I just turned 55, I didn't feel like I should have a bonnet on sitting as I was walking with my husband on the way to California. But it began to make me think about those pioneers who came before us, Bayard Rustin and Bell Hooks and Pauli Murray and all those who paved the way. But I have to say that this pioneer thing got me thinking. I come from a family that my grandmother especially said, just be you. I didn't know what that meant until the pastor of my church started talking about Adam and Eve and Steve and Lee. And I got up in the service and said, that is not right. That is me. I didn't know what that meant then. I did not know what that meant when I went to college and was the only black person in my class who was outwardly gay. I didn't know what that meant then, and I was a gay black student union then. I didn't know what happened after I graduated college, went to law school, and worked on the Hill, working with Congressman Ed Towns, who let me talk about LGBT stuff back in 1981, when people weren't talking about it. I didn't know what that was. I didn't know what that was when I graduated law school and my first partner got sick. And the first place I went to was GMHC. And I met Krishna Stone, who's sitting right here. Long before Parade was born, her daughter was born, and I led a support group every other Friday night with Judy Peabody and myself, helping caregivers. I didn't know what that meant. I didn't know what that meant when, after that, I got the call to the ministry and decided I wanted to be a pastor for Metropolitan Community Church, the first openly LGBT denomination in the history of the United States. And during that time, working and opening the Sylvia Rivera homeless shelter for transgender people right there on West 38th Street. Didn't know what pioneer meant when I fell in love again with a white man and we decided to move here to Harlem and adopt 2 black kids. And people were saying, you can't do this here in Harlem. And I was like, yes, we can. So I thank the little people, my son, my daughter, who are 10 and 13, who understand what it's like to have an out, proud, black, gay father. And yes, as I conclude, didn't know what it meant. My campaign manager and best friend, Elaine Schulman, is here. When someone said, actually she was the one who said, you need to run for judge. I didn't know what it meant when I ran and what it would mean to be the first openly gay black judge ever elected in the history of the state of New York. I didn't know what that meant, but I know now that what a pioneer means is for you to be who you are, to be just you. There's an old gospel song that says, brighten the corner where you are. You don't need a megaphone, you don't need a microphone, you don't need anything. Just brighten the corner where you are. So I am blessed, and I thank you, Lee. I thank you, Black Pride. I thank you all for the work that you're doing, and God bless you. Continue the work that you're doing. Thank you.
All right, give the college a round of applause. Well deserved. And shout out to Elaine Schulman, too.
Yes, yes, yes.
Best friend.
All right, so the next award is going, the 2016 Heritage Pioneer Award is going to Mr. Councilman Richie Torres. In January 2014, Richie Torres.
Girls, it's a lot of fab, and me and my sisters here, we up in the place. It's a lot of fab girls in the place, baby. I'm going to save my battery because y'all girls are not using this right now. It's no tea, no shade, but I'm going to save my battery so I can get some interviews with some of these girls that are here. So I'm going to save my battery, but we was here at Black Pride. But y'all girls ain't using this, honey. So I'm going to save my battery, honey. And I'll give y'all in the mix later, honey.
All right, so I'm going to hold this.
Thank you. You know, I definitely, you know, give it up, you know.
All right.
So I'm gonna save my battery. I'll be back with y'all really soon. This was the Black Pride celebration here in New York City at the iconic Schomburg Theater and Museum here in New York City. So I'm gonna save my battery. I'll see y'all real soon.
I hope you all will embrace and stand up for Carlos Sanchez.